Hello, this is, I think, Sealed Ruin.
Yes, it is the Sealed Ruins. And this is also Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Darkness. And we are exploring darkness. Also, there is traps here. Sealed Ruins, like most of the future dungeons, I don't find it to be that difficult. But there is, you cannot revisit this dungeon. And there are 15 floors. Now, according to this info thing, there are 15 floors, all three areas. I think there's like, you go through several different versions of Sealed Ruins. Like, there's also like Deep Sealed Ruins, but it's all considered one dungeon. There are a few. I think actually we're coming up to a dungeon that actually having that, like, you know, Sealed Ruins and Deep Sealed Ruins are actually considered two separate dungeons. Here, it's just considered one. But Pokemon you can find a lot of surprisingly steel types, but actually I feel it's more mixed. Muck, Fortress, Shelgon, Metang, Tansgrove, and Probopass, or the giant nose thing.
Yay, Probopass. Yeah.
And there are traps, and supposedly there are actually rest stops in this. I don't know if I actually encounter a rest stop, where you said it heals you. I don't think I actually encountered that. Like, you said there's
they're like, I thought there was like there's like a set of panels. If you step on it, you're fully healed.
Like, there might be, but like, I didn't encounter that if there was one. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, like, but I must have just gotten unlucky then if there is. But according to this, there are rest stops here. So if what PTM is saying, which I assume is true, that there are heal spaces, then that's here. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean Kecleon shop, so that's the only thing I can think of that would make sense.
Like, I actually didn't, I've actually, technically just, at this point, I've actually played through the entire game just to, catch up so that I knew what was going on. And I actually didn't encounter any of those, so I don't know what rest stops are then. So actually, if anyone has any idea, feel free to say, hey, man, this is what rest stops are. But, we
don't let me lead you astray.
PTM does that. He tends to lead people into traps. There's a lot of, like, poison and sleep traps, and they really don't do much, I feel.
I hate the traps that make your hold item worthless.
Yeah, but I haven't even found one of those.
Yeah, you will.
I didn't.
Oh, you did. Oh, well.
Maybe in the post game, but
I can see the future.
No, you can't. You're about to die. You're about to die, man.
Why are you letting me die?
I'm giving you a berry. I'm a good friend. Good friends don't let friends die.
Well, I don't think you have any control over when you die. So.
Hey, man, if you were a good friend, you would make sure I would never die.
I guess your qualifications for friendship are too steep.
No. I'm just a better friend than you are. I'm the best of friends.
And then I keel over and die. Well.
Hey, man, I've been pretty good at keeping you alive so far. I think I've been a good friend.
I think the best thing you've done for me is get me close to critical health.
Actually, no, you technically, well, you've died and had to be revived technically, but with the reviver seeds.
Yeah, there was that whole thing. I don't remember that too much.
But I've been actually, I think I'm using steel again, or am I using sticks? You never use like the rocks as much, or rocks or sticks as much as I do. I always use the thorns and.
I love the good old-fashioned strategy of using brute force.
No, well, technically, you're not even using. If you want to use true brute force, you would just not even use the special moves. You would just use.
Hey, wait? That's not a fair definition of brute force. Because I'm not using throw items.
That'd be physical force. Well, what is actually the definition of brute force? Go look it up. Do it.
Brute
My
force.
minion.
I'm not your minion. B.
Hey, who's following who here?
Are you talking about in the game?
Probably in both. Also, we're actually leveling up quite a bit because you're already level 33. That's pretty good, I think.
The only definition... Oh, I have two definitions of brute force. I have the programming definition, which I know very well. Primitive programming style.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, so keep going.
Brute force, savage violence, unreasoning strength. As in, we hope that reason will triumph over brute force.
So technically, using a stick would still be brute force then.
Oh, the origin of Brutus for heavy, stupid, unreasoning. Man, I hate that.
What?
Because that just confirms why I'm not a great strategist at Fire Emblem, but I get lucky a lot.
Because you use
I
brute
use
force.
Brute force, exactly. But it works.
Well, you can use brute force and get lucky. Like I do that a lot in like Zelda or something. That I won't. I almost never use my shield in Zelda, and I just slash and hack.
Like something I said in the Sacred Stones Let's Play, I said, hit percentage? What's that?
Well, like, because that's the thing, games, people, I feel like a lot of times over-strategize games. It's like, you can usually challenge yourself, but a lot of times games are made, they're not made to be super strategic.
Yes.
So it seems like a lot of times you can get away with brute force. Now, the games that you can't, I think I compliment the fact that the AI is really good, or you have those are the games that I really like. The fact that they challenge you a bit. But like Fire Emblem, for the most part, the Game Boy ones at least, you can get away with brute force a little bit, but you do have to be careful. A lot of times it comes down to just luck in those games. If you're taking good care of your character and you're fighting a lot of enemies, a lot of times it just comes down to just bad luck that you would get hit or die, you know what I mean? And with luck, you can't really blame anyone but just, bad luck.
True.
We got one of those dizzy traps.
And then we have one of those staircase traps, the traps that look like a staircase.
Staircase are not, those are useful, man. I love staircase traps.
I wish they had staircase traps. That would be great. Like you could make it so that it looks kind of like a staircase at a first glance, but it actually looks really strange.
You could do, they could have done something like that where like you step on it's actually a fake staircase, and like doing that like does damage. That would actually be kind of cool. It would piss people off because like there's. I guess if there was some way to discern the two, so that you're not being unfairly tricked. If you could be like, if maybe the staircase is like, if it actually goes up as opposed to down, and all the other ones go down, that would be like something you could do.
Or that'd be really hilarious if the staircase brought you back to the previous floor.
Yeah,
oh, that'd be
kind of cool actually. Yeah, I would actually be in favor of that. But the floor would change because it's a mystery dungeon, so you'd be in a new floor technically. That would be. I see. We're making games here, man. We're coming up with ideas.
We're visionaries. We're talking games, making games.
And speaking of, well, actually not speaking of anything, but Grovyle, hello.
Grovyle's in the dream world.
No, he's not.
He's gone. I've gone pretty deep. Let's go to the next level.
Okay, well, we're actually going to learn what's going to be coming up pretty soon.
Okay, so Grovyle's in a almost empty room.
But there's a little thing in the middle of the room.
It's a pebble.
No, it's a penguin.
That does kind of look like it. That actually kind of looks like a badger a little bit.
I was joking. How does that look like a badger?
You have to shut your imagination.
Well,
you see the black stripe?
I guess if you were high, maybe.
You can't see it, just don't look directly at it, and you can kind of see a badger.
Maybe. But there is someone talking to Grovyle, but where are they?
Yeah. We do not hide. We are Legion.
We are Legion.
Oh, man.
No, they are
Spiritomb.
Spiritomb, I actually like Spiritomb, and actually it's one of the only Pokemon that doesn't have a weakness. I believe if I'm correct. Because it's Dark Ghost, I believe.
Is it?
I think so. I can look it up, but I think it's Dark Ghost. And because of that combo, it has no weakness, which is why people typically, if they're gonna hack, in Pokemon, if they hack something, they hack Wonder Guard onto Spiritomb, because we know what Wonder Guard does, right? Right, BTM.
What's up?
You know what Wonder Guard does, right?
Yeah, that's the ability that Shedinja has.
Which means that he can't get injured if the
Any
attack
super
is-
effective moves
it
are the
only
only one things that can kill it.
Yeah, and so if you have nothing that's effective, then you can't die. But yeah.
Yeah, he's Ghost Dark. Him and
Sableye.
don't say it. Dang it.
I think it's Sableye. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's Sableye. I was gonna think about it because every time I can't remember something, I always want to challenge myself to remember it, and then
Well,
someone
screw
says
you!
it,
I
and
just
I'm
like
dang it.
showing off my ability. Ooh, new move. Actually, I think I do take this one. Fire
Fire
spin.
spin?
Yes.
Hmm.
Now,
What do you remove?
now fire spin's like one you could either, not. I feel like in the games it's not always that good for whatever reason. But I decided.
Why does it have to say thaws out frozen Pokemon? Don't all fire moves do that?
I almost don't think so, but I don't know. But yeah, I got rid of Flame Roll, got Fire Spin. Not sure if that was a good idea or a bad idea, but might as well try it.
Flame Wheel's great for the power in the move.
I think
Fire Spin's utility is pretty good too. I never use it, but its utility is okay.
I think you can actually go back to Electivire's Link Shop and you can like get back moves you lost, right? I think they mentioned it.
I'm not sure about that.
Like whenever they say, oh, you can do something with Electivires, I don't actually read it, but I see whenever we get a new move, they mention Electivire's Link Shop. So I feel like, because most of the games involve like a move tutor or something, so I feel like they would give you the opportunity to learn a move back.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that works. If that is even a thing in the game. But this is Sealed Ruin.
I can look it up. It's called the Internet, ATM.
It's called My Eyeballs Are Droopy.
Don't be tired. Be happy. Happy.
Don't
No,
worry,
be damn happy. Come on. Smile.
Be happy. Woo, 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 woo,
Now you're just depressing me with your singing.
Hey,
Okay, yeah, you can remember forgotten techniques at Electivire's Link Shop. So there.
that trap looks like a baseball.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
So
looks like a baseball.
I think
It's
you're
not a
losing your mind here.
I think I am. Ooh.
Sealed Ruins isn't that bad. What's wrong with
It's
Sealed
like,
Ruins? The music is
it's
kind of.
in-
I don't really like the music here. It's okay.
let me hear the music because I have to.
The music in Chasm Cave was awesome. The music in Dark Hill was. I died, fell in the water, so I couldn't pick it up. But the
I'm
music.
trying to remember what this reminds me of.
Nothing really.
Fire Emblem,
Is it?
a little bit.
The music in Dark Hill was okay, but this one's just kind of. I don't know. It's good, but it's nothing. It's not as catchy as part of the problem. Yeah, unfortunately, I keep filling up my pack. I'm getting a lot of good items here, though. I'm getting a ton of TMs. You get a ton of TMs in the future. And actually, even when you come back, because at this point, TMs are just found everywhere, it seems, after you go to the future.
Do you know if the team who made the soundtrack for the Mystery Dungeon games made any soundtracks for other games?
I could look it up. I don't know. Meanwhile, we are just gonna continue going through here.
Yepers. Man, I'm trying to figure this out. The Wikipedia page is really bad about this.
Some of them aren't. Some of the Wikipedia. It depends what the game is. I don't know. You go look that up. Then I'm going to keep talking about the game because man, this game is just amazing.
Well, I'm technically talking about the game by talking about its music.
Yeah, but you're
Aren't
not.
aren't you the music
Hey,
guy?
yeah, I am. But look, man, I'm throwing in a skateboard. That's pretty, gut wrenching stuff here. There's action. Look at the action. Fire spin day muck.
Oh yeah, that tan growth going down.
Now we're at I just realized we're both at over 100 HP, so we're actually getting pretty decent level, or pretty decent in level size.
Ha! I found something.
What?
Ah, never mind. I did not find anything.
You fail.
I failed.
You should pay attention though, because I think we're actually getting to the end of this dungeon.
That means there's important stuff happening, correct?
Yes. Like right now, the sealed ruin pit. Oh look, hello Grovyle, you're dead.
Oh, it seems like it seems like in our anger we killed him.
No, we're not quoting that terrible movie.
No.
We're not.
He was alive. I'm sure of it.
But yes, there is. He is warning us of Spirit Tomb. It's kind of odd because they kind of act here like we don't know Spirit Tomb is there, but he mentions, you know, we already knew Spirit Tomb existed.
You know, the way Spirit Tomb looks, it seems like he's possessed Grovyle, like he's holding him.
Well, Spirit
down.
Tomb is, I think they mentioned, it's actually made of a bunch of spirits. It's a combination of a bunch of spirits together. Yeah, right here, fusion of spirits.
108. Why 108?
Because 100 just wasn't enough. You need to have those extra
It's
8.
108 and more to see.
So this battle I actually don't do with a XI seed, and it's still easy. I almost feel like the bosses, maybe some of the later ones, but even without the XI seed, once you get to the strength that I am, they're not really that much of a threat. Drowsy's tricky if you're not prepared, because you know he's the first boss. But I don't know. I didn't find Spirit Tomb all that difficult.
Ooh, I see. Counters to physical moves, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or I think any move actually. He doesn't. The one thing is Spirit Tomb doesn't have a weakness, but this game I feel like type advantages aren't as important as in other games, so that's not really a big issue here. Especially because you might not even have the advantage against him anyway. And yeah, he's dead. So he wasn't that difficult. Wah.
Oh no, it's shaking. It's a trap.
And
Oh, no, it's not.
I like how he, in his stone, just kind of acts like a Pokemon. You never really see in the games Spirit Tomb, you know, you never see him acting as his stone, I don't think. The stone that he comes out of, rather.
Oh, I'm concerned for him. Wait, there's no way out of here.
Yeah, there is. There's a little bit of I think there's a little path on the right.
Oh, I see. I see it now. Yeah, I see it. There it is.
It was cunning.
Well, why didn't Grovyle just continue going?
Going where?
Going forward.
The Spirit Tomb distracted him or something. But
He's
yeah,
like,
Spirit
a
Tomb.
pebble.
But Spirit Tomb actually isn't evil, is what Grovyle is actually letting us know. Unlike all the other Pokemon in the world, the future is causing them who should be good to be evil, or become bitter and twisted, which is kind of
scared. Could be scared too.
Well, they said he was scared. You too. Now will you finally trust me? Well, I will, but PTM is still gonna be a stupid head about this whole thing.
I don't. I just, you know.
He's green, man. He's great. Look how awesome he looks. He's green and he has leaves. I think that just is enough proof.
I'd like to be a tree.
Exactly. No, yeah, basically at this point you're saying, look, I don't know, but I'm gonna at least listen to you. So you're at least letting him talk. I'll give you that. It does seem logical. Not that you would know anything about logic.
Is a pack of lies. Oh, it's the old reverse psychology trick.
So next time we will actually find out more about the future in Grovyle. So until then, see you guys.
Goodbye.